here's gonna put us live in our little group, and then let's get you taken care of.
Awesome, works for me.
Cool. All right, so yeah, just to give us a little intro here. I know looks like you're in real estate, right?
I am, yes.
Very cool. All right, so let's get you started. What kind of brings you into Dubb, and how can we get you supported today?
Yeah, so I'm really looking to, I guess, transition into doing more video. Part of my business is obviously connecting with people, and I really think the video. I don't see a lot of real estate investors doing the video portion, so I'm trying to get a jump on that. I'm working directly with sellers and buyers, but a lot of cold calling sellers, sending follow-up emails and whatnot. So I really want to integrate some video into what I'm already doing. Maybe link up with my CRM, figure out how to link it up with my CRM, and obviously make it as robust as I can.
Cool. Okay, so real estate investment, then, not just like a typical agent, then, sounds like.
Correct. Yes, I buy properties and I sell them. I'm in a very specific niche of real estate, which I buy and sell. I buy properties using either lease, purchase, or owner financing. So it's a little different than going to the bank and just getting a traditional loan.
Yeah.
So getting people to understand and be comfortable with the process is, I don't want to say a hurdle, but it's
a step that needs to happen. It's not a typical buyer agent process. Here's the loan. Here's that. Yeah, got it. Totally. Okay. Awesome. All right. So let me ask you this: what CRM are you using, or what are your primary communication tools, like a Gmail or an Outlook, or are you already set up with a CRM?
Yeah. So the CRM that I use is called FreedomSoft. It's a CRM that is specific to real estate investors.
Okay.
I have the ability to email, text, make calls, everything, from the CRM. Some of my emails come from my CRM, some come from my personal Outlook, or my business Outlook account. But I'm in the process of building out my workflow automation, which is my automatic follow-ups.
Yeah.
And I would like to be able to integrate a 1 to 2 minute video with every email that I have scheduled going out in 30, 60, 90, 180 days.
Okay, perfect. All right, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and dive into your account, share your screen, and then take you through a couple of things. What I would like to do first is make sure your pages are kind of optimized for getting the conversions we want. And then what we'll probably have you do is share your screen for the last half, where we can show you how to drop your videos into those appropriate tools and everything we need them to.
Great.
Cool. All right, just give me 1 second here. Let me share this guy over with you. Right. And share. Okay, can you see my screen here?
I can, yep.
All right, popped into your account. Okay, cool. Looks like we got the logo in. So anytime you ever want to preview one of your video pages, you don't mind if I take a look at this video here, right? I'm not going to actually watch the video. I'm just looking at the page.
Yeah, no worries.
So this little button right here gives you a preview of it. So right now, this is what it's going to look like on the recipient side of things. So it looks like we got autoplay turned on as well. Just a couple of things with autoplay is it works really well on desktop, like if they're opening these videos from an email. But again, it's going to be different for every device. So some like mobile devices will or won't play the autoplay, or to play it without sound, and there's going to be a little button that says replay with sound. So just be aware of that it's going to be a slightly different experience for every device if you're using autoplay.
Okay.
I usually personally don't use autoplay, which is a little switch box here you can turn it on or off. But I would say that probably about 90 to 95% of people that land on this video page will click play one more time. But there is that small percentage that will drop off, that if it doesn't play automatically, they're like, oh, I don't want to click play again, or whatever happens. So
any particular reason you don't use autoplay?
Like I said, I personally don't, because I've had people complain about like a frustrating experience where they're like, oh, it didn't have any sound.
Okay.
Because it'll autoplay without sound, and there will be a button in the top right corner here that says play with sound. Yep. I would say, for any of the under 60s group, it's not as big of an issue. But if there's any audience members that are a little bit older, it can be kind of a confusing experience. So
and that's definitely
exactly.
Of my my sellers are in that age group. So.
Exactly. So I typically recommend to leave autoplay off if there's that idea of, like, if we're just reaching out to millennials, we're probably fine. But if we're reaching out to a little bit older audience, I don't recommend autoplay. Because the other thing is too, is if they don't want to watch the video, like, there's no need to force them.
Yeah. Good point.
So, all right, the next thing we were talking about, the logo there. We might also want to, looks like there's a lot of extra white space on that logo. So what we could do is just trim off the background of it so that the logo is going to show up a little bit nicer on the video page. Okay, first there's that. The next thing is some branding. So we can make this video player, the play bar, play button. We want all that to kind of tie into the logo, and also this white background. So let me just show you where we can do some of those things. It's all under design. First, you can put your logo on the video player as a watermark. That just kind of helps with branding. So let's see what that looks like real quick. Well, actually, we'll need to make sure that saves. Okay. Anytime you upload something on Dubb, you'll see that it has a little, or if you click an option, it'll say saved. So it's a really automatic process, but you have to give it a chance to kick in. So that's what it looks like there. So yeah, we definitely want that guy a little bit larger here and there. And if you wanted to put it on there, the transparency is perfect though. So just needs to be a little bit smaller, I'd say, in the background.
Maybe a better background too.
Yeah. Okay, so player color, that is this play button, play bar right here. We probably want to tie that into the logo, whether it's the black or the orange it looks like. The idea is to just make this page cohesive with your own branding and marketing. So player color, the call to action buttons, which are the little buttons that show up below the video, those we can set as well. And the idea is to set this up as a default. So once we've chosen the player color and the CTA colors, just set that checkbox as a default. It's going to automatically use that moving forward. The other thing is here, we can type in any word we want. It's going to add kind of a theme to the page. So I'm just going to grab one just to using the example. You'll see that little blue frame shows up around it, says saved. And then now if we refresh this page, you'll see that's what it looks like to kind of add that theme. I do usually recommend that. Like I said, just makes the page look a little bit more branded and cohesive with what you're doing. So you can either search in any word you want there, or you can upload your own custom image. It does have to be 1280 by 720 though.
Okay.
All right. So that's it in terms of setting this page up. Like I said, we just want to make sure the branding, colors, images are all kind of on point. The next thing you'll notice is this little email signature section right here. Let me go ahead and pop into mine. I'll show you. Mine has like my phone, my email, website. I intentionally actually left my phone number out of there because these videos are seen by so many people. I don't want my phone blown up. But that's stuff that you might consider having in this section, the things you want people available to you. So whether it's a Google Voice or your cell phone or email, those are the things we want to make sure you include down in there. Now, the way that's done is right here under your settings. First thing you'll want to do is upload your headshot. Then any other contact information. So right now you already got your email and number. Would you like those displayed on that video page right down here?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So anything you include under your profile, including website, title, anything else, under video options is where you choose what you want displayed. So like I think your mobile, was it? Mobile and email. So yeah, we would say email and mobile. And now at least those guys will be there. And so yeah, still want the headshot in there and then anything else you want to include.
Great.
Okay. Now the next thing is the call to action buttons. So let me ask you this. What is something, I mean, kind of obvious. I guess we just wanted to give a call or text or give you a reach out, kind of open dialogue, right?
Yep. Just some kind of follow-up call, text, email.
Okay. So we can definitely build buttons for each of those. We can have a phone call or a text message button. Just be aware though, those buttons won't actually show up on desktop. So like right here, you'll see I have a couple buttons. If I have a phone call or text message button, they won't be visible if they're opening this video on their desktop. If they're on their cell phone, the buttons will be visible because they work really well, but they won't work well, excuse me, from a desktop. So just be aware of that. The other thing is, do you currently use any type of scheduling software, like a calendar or anything like that?
No, not yet. It's something that I will have to integrate at some point. I'm not quite busy enough for that yet, but it's coming very, very soon.
Okay, I would say when this says completely, you can use Calendly. It's a completely free tool, and we can get a calendar on that page. It's just kind of a nice way to capture people that are ready to do that type of action. So like I said, this guy's free. We can add the button on there. Even if you're not too busy, it can still be helpful to kind of have it on there as a way to capture learning conversions. So the other thing,
that be integrated with a Google Calendar as well?
Yeah, this is directly synced to my Google Calendar. So you'll see here my Google Calendar. My appointments show up in there automatically when they book a time this. So this is Calendly, a third-party service, but there's a completely free version you can connect there. There's also lots of other scheduling softwares you can use. Just about anything we can get that calendar on that page. So
great.
I definitely recommend that button. Like I said, low-hanging fruit. The other thing that works really well on these pages is getting people to take another action. So what do you have in terms of social proof that you can say? Like what are some things that would interest people in that? Do you have like, so I guess, it's not a typical real estate or business where it's like buyers and sellers leaving reviews. What would that look like for you? What does your social proof look like?
To be honest, I don't know. I mean, I have a website that I direct people to with some short Q&A videos. I'm looking to personalize those right now. They're little kind of cartoon
yeah, infographic type video. Got it.
Graphic. Yep. So I'm going to be personalizing those so that it's me rather than those videos. I got stuff like that. Like I said, ultimately, I want to build these videos out, particular to each email that I'm sending. I'll kind of have an initial email that I send. Like if I'm talking to somebody, a prospective lead, if they ask for an email with some more information, I'd like to have a quick video that I send with a link to my website.
Perfect.
Stuff like that. I'm not sure if that answered your question.
Yeah, that partial. The other thing is, what happens if we find someone, because one of the biggest hurdles people are facing before they're ready to actually jump on a call is, who else have you helped? Show me your business. I just want to know you're not fresh in this industry. What have you done?
Yeah.
And so that is, I'd say across all industries, that is one of the most frequently asked questions for people that are in that buying cycle. So to that question, what would be your answer? They're like, well, who have you worked with, or what have you done? What's your portfolio look like, or whatever those questions might be in your vertical that you're approaching.
It's an excellent question. I am Better Business Bureau accredited, which has helped. But part of this is I need to start building out some video testimonials, which I know is something that Dubb is great for. So I already have some people lined up that are willing to do it. I just more need to set everything up and get it out. So
got it. Okay. So then that sounds like the perfect thing to put on one of these pages. Let me jump back here. I'm going to show you a couple of ways to do that. So as you mentioned, yes, we do have a nice video collection feature. It's just a nice call to action button, allows them to send you a video. They don't need to download or sign up or install, or just click a button. They can send you a video from their cell phone or webcam. There is a nice training video here in the tutorial center that will kind of go over shot for shot how to create these guys. So it's going to be right here under how to collect written reviews and how to collect video testimonials. So both those guys are written up, or both those are in that learning section. So that video collection one, definitely recommend for those of your clients that are willing to produce one for you. And then maybe you also have some places like a Google or whatever, a personal website where you can build some written reviews as well.
Okay.
So the video testimony collection campaign, I highly recommend. And then now how do we incorporate that into the video pages? It's going to be one of two ways. One is a playlist feature. So what happens is after this first video finishes, it kind of segues into that one automatically. And that's where we have things like the testimonial. So you have this really nice, sweet offer where you're saying, hey, first name, I was reaching out to you because of X. You have some kind of irresistible, compelling offer for them here. And then after that, it either goes into saying, hey, look, I've helped clients just like you do this, this, and this. And then here's a video of one of those clients saying, hey, working with him has been amazing. This has been the result. You got to check him out. So that's one way, is the testimonial kind of playlist. The other thing is we can actually have a video. Like I've had people where they have a Dubb video page like this, and it's just a series of testimonial videos. And then the button will actually go to those video testimonials as a page. So it says, kind of like ours here, if you view customer success stories, except for instead of it taking to a landing page with videos like this, it's just another Dubb video page with a sequence of videos on it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say those are definitely two powerful ways of leveraging video testimonial. One is, I mentioned, the playlist. The other is behind a button.
Great.
And then finally, there's, like I said, reviews. Like if you have any written reviews built up on a website or wherever, we can have that, like a button link to that, or even have it be like a PDF or Word document download if they wanted to, kind of go more direct that way.
Okay, great.
Okay, so we talked about a couple of things there. Highly recommended to have that social proof asset on your video pages. So that the way our software works, as well as there's a default section where whatever you have set up for your default call to actions, those will show up automatically. So here, let me show you what that looks like on mine. So you'll see here I have a couple of buttons there set as default. So if I hit record, it's going to apply all three of those automatically, which is kind of the same thing we want for you. So one is going to be that maybe the calendar button. One is that social proof asset, whether that's some written reviews or it's video testimonial. That's probably the most clicked button across all of our users, is that social proof. So definitely want that on the page, whether it's video or written or both.
Okay.
And then what about something very top of funnel? So say they're not quite ready for a phone call or, have that conversation, and they they're not quite ready here. What would you say you have something, or do you have something for someone at the very top of your funnel? Like they're not ready for here. Maybe it's an ebook, or I think you mentioned directing to the website. You did mention that, right?
Yeah. So let me think about that. So generally, if I get a not today, I'll put them on what I call a cold follow-up, and it's just a series of follow-ups that I have predetermined or preset in my software. It can be anything from an automatic email to an automatic text to an actual call from myself, and it would just be like a scheduled cool task for myself in X amount of days.
Yeah, got it. All right, so I'd say I think we've set you up with enough homework here to get this video page built. Let me just recap all that one time, and then we're going to switch back over to your screen to do some use case here. So, as I mentioned, just a quick recap: you'll want to add your own background here, or customize this page as you want. Play button, play bar, CTA colors. Set all that stuff up one time. Maybe resize the logo, and then we talked about adding some CTAs here. So that's social proof, low hanging fruit, and then a top of funnel button, which you just described. Like I said, maybe it's visiting the website, maybe it's something else.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is it in terms of the homework on these guys now. And then let's talk a little bit about video length and the what you actually do in the video itself. So do you plan on what's the volume of leads you're looking at? Are these going to be custom videos for each person, or are they strictly in automation, or would you say it's kind of mixed?
It'll be mixed. If it's a property I really, really want, somebody that I have a really good vibe about, it may be a personalized video. A lot of them are going to be, automatic, generic, but personal enough to where they don't feel like it's super generic.
Cool.
This particular video that you're looking at right now was, it was actually just a Hail Mary video that I sent to a potential seller. I couldn't really get them on the phone. They've just had a tough time with selling the property, and it was more just an explanation for them. Way longer than I plan on my videos normally being. It's like an 8 or 9 minute video.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So to your point, exactly. Those initial videos we want just to be kind of short and sweet and punchy.
Yeah.
Kind of how this one is here. We can definitely go longer than 18 seconds. I would say those first videos, though, we typically want them under like a 90-second mark, because the idea is we just want to hit them with the most compelling, kind of punchy, incentivizing statements we can. It's like an elevator pitch. We want to really get them excited with this first part of the video.
Now, would you link the testimonials to the first one? So a quick, like, under 90-second video, and then connect testimonials?
That's in your use case. I probably would do that. Yeah, because you're going to be able to articulate what you need to in a short time. If you have so say that's one guy you just mentioned, the Hail Mary use case. That sounds like it's probably not something you'd have pre-recorded because of the circumstances he's in.
Correct.
It's a very, one-off use case.
Yep.
But if there's other circumstances, like if the property is being foreclosed on, or whatever circumstances you find yourself in more often than not, that's where you can have a really short, hey, first name video, but then you can tag on, hey, I saw your property's being foreclosed on, or I saw, you're going through divorce, or, I don't know what your criteria are, but sure. You have some information on that person, and it's a common situation. And so that's something you have pre-recorded, where it's a 1 minute, 2 minute video of you saying, so you being in this situation, this is what you're going through. I have a really good understanding of people in your position, and this is how I'm able to help you. Okay. And then after that would be the testimonial video. So potentially you'd be tagging 2 videos onto that one. Or like I said, it's just the testimonial video as a more generic approach. Like I said, it all depends on who and why we're reaching out.
Of course. Okay.
So yeah, if it's a specific thing, like I mentioned, it's that. What would you say is your most common use case for reaching out to a seller? Like a distressed property, or what's the main target?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily distressed. Obviously, motivation is important. I range anywhere from people who are in a tough spot, maybe pre-foreclosure. Maybe they're not in pre-foreclosure, but they've had a property that they've had on the market for quite some time, longer than they want. Potentially I've already moved into another property, and occasionally it's just somebody that wants to maximize, right? So I've got a couple of different angles that I come in from depending on the.
Okay. So you mentioned two there too, like the pre-foreclosure, and then also the other one. I already forgot.
It's okay. Yeah, like a property that hasn't sold for, let's say,
so many days on market, exactly, or they've been listed 3 times over a year and haven't sold, whatever the circumstance. So yeah, long time on the market, having trouble selling property, and then the pre-disclosure or pre-foreclosure. So either one of those, yeah, you would reach out to them. Maybe that is the pre-recorded snippet where you're saying, hey, so I know you're going into foreclosure. This is a really time for this, or you have your information there to deliver them.
Yeah,
that's kind of the idea, though, is to have as much pre-recorded content as you can to answer things like frequently asked questions, and make it to where you don't have to repeat yourself of things that are repeatable. And then we also tie that into the custom part of the video where you're mentioning their first names. So that's why I'd say that use case or this playlist really has the importance. It's really quick to add it on there. So pretend I just recorded this video. This is, hey, Bob, I just wanted to reach out to you for X. As soon as I record this video, it actually takes you to this page here, the video management page, where it's going to attach those CTAs by default. I can manage that. I can edit, add new ones or whatever. And that's the playlist right there. So all I have to do is select an existing video, and I can add as many on there as I want.
Nice.
This also works in, like, say if I'm in an interface here, like if I'm in a Gmail or whatever we have an integration with, you can also add all those things at the last minute. I know you mentioned you're going to be using a specific tool, so I'd like to spend a couple last minutes here taking care of that. Do you have a share your screen button on your side of things with the StreamYard?
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'm going to go ahead and stop my share. I'm going to have you share your screen at this point.
Sure.
What I want to do is just show you the fastest way of getting the video into your tool.
Okay. Did that work?
Not yet. Yeah, you should have to click share one more time and then share. Like if you hit share screen and then it says which screen, click the screen and then hit share. That should do it.
Got it.
This would, okay, now I can see it. There we go. Okay. Cool.
All right, so this is Freedom Soft. So this is actually, I can show you here. So like this is just a sample.
All right, so now let's do a test real quick. Go ahead and go to that Dubb tab you have open. And just click on the thumbnail of that video. Or you can even click the 3 dots in the bottom right corner. Yep, and then click copy, link, and thumbnail. And then now jump back into your tool. And then now go ahead and just paste into the body of this email anywhere. We're going to see if it's HTML enabled. So great. All right, looks like that's going to be pretty straightforward. So we get the GIF, we get the link, everything in one paste.
Right.
So yeah, that's really straightforward for your workflows. It's just going to be a nice copy and paste. For text messages, it's probably going to be a little bit different. Most of the text message tools I'm seeing do not allow you to paste an image in there. They either do not allow images at all, or you're going to upload the image from your desktop. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Go ahead and show me the text template builder.
Let's see. I don't know if I actually have a text template.
It will get me to an interface where you're creating a text message, and then we can see that way. Like I said, it's either going to have a little button for you to insert an image, or it's not going to allow images at all, or it'll be unlike anything I've seen, and you can just paste an image in there. Let's see. Okay, here it is. So yeah, just go ahead and hit paste. Okay, I didn't think so. Let's also try one more time with a still image. So go back to your Dubb tab that you had open there, and now click on the thumbnail of the video itself. No, just click on the video. Yeah, right there. And then now there's a share and send button. Go ahead and click that share and send button. The big blue, yeah, the big blue one. And then now next to the copy for email button, there's a little drop down arrow. The blue copy for email button, sorry. And then there's a copy still thumbnail.
Right here?
No, one more lower.
Oh, yeah.
There, yeah, and now that's just the image. So let's see if we can just throw a PNG into that tool. Like I said, probably not, probably isn't going to work, but it's worth a shot. Okay, so it doesn't look like it. And I also don't see an image button here. Do you see an image button on here where it looks like you can select an image to insert in here?
No, not from.
Yeah, so like I said, most text message CRM functions I've seen do not allow images. Very few of them do allow images, so that's not abnormal.
Okay.
Unfortunately, so that means we won't be able to put a link an image into the text message if it's coming from our CRM. But what will happen is if they're on iPhone or Android, it'll generate a little preview of that video. Here, let me go ahead and take over the screen share here.
Yeah, texting's, you know, there's a lot of rules and regulations behind texting. It scares me a little bit, so I'm not super, unless I have a personal enough relationship with somebody to be texting, you know, I'm probably not going to just send random text messages just to protect myself. I don't think I need to. So.
Yeah. You got it. But if you do, I mean, say if they've said, hey, can you text me? This is kind of what you can expect. So like with Google Voice, there is that image button, as I mentioned. So you can get a still thumbnail in there. What'll often happen on like iPhone, you don't need to include any image. It'll generate a preview just based on the URL.
Okay. I have a Vonage line too that I text from sometimes.
Okay. I'm actually not familiar with Vonage. Are you doing that through a desktop?
Yeah, I have a desktop app. Let me I have it in my Microsoft Edge. Let me see.
Okay. So yeah, we might be able to get them in there. Like I said, I'm not familiar if it has an image button or not. That's going to be the only.
Yeah, I can always check that later too. Okay. If you want to check it right now, we can. It's entirely up to you. I know we're limited on time.
Yeah, we got another minute here. You want to? I'm going to go ahead and stop my share. We'll see if it's going to work for you. I would say most text message tools I've seen don't allow for images. It's definitely the few and far between that actually do.
All right.
So let's take a look.
Did my screen share? Yeah.
Oh yeah, let me stream it. There we go. All right. Yep. So then go ahead and press that. First, try the still image. Yeah, we'll try the still image by itself first. Copy still thumbnail. There you go. And then go ahead and open up your Vonage, wherever that guy. And go ahead and click new message.
I'll send it to.
All right. So it looks like it's got an emoji button, but it doesn't look like it's going to allow images though.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it only allows emojis, then it looks like, right? Because I don't see another button. Maybe the StreamYard thing is hiding it. Go ahead and move that little StreamYard stop sharing thing. Okay. Yeah. No, I don't see an image button here. Looks like just images and links here as well.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. All right. So let's see. I think that probably gets you enough for some homework here. We talked about some branding, the logo, a little resize, setting up that page, some social proof, CTAs. Once we have gotten past that bit, I would say let's reconnect when you're ready to say, okay, how does everything look? Feel free to send me a test and say, okay, I'm ready to fire these guys off. Here's an example of my automation. You can even enroll me in your automation or whatever and send it off to me. I'll be happy to kind of QA some things for you.
Yeah, that'd be great. I appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely, boss. All right, so we got enough homework for you to be dangerous. Let's get you over that part. And then I'd say, okay, I've tested some of these things out. Let's connect again. We'll help you make sure you got 100% confidence in finishing up.
Awesome. All right, man. I appreciate it.
Absolutely, boss. All right. We'll talk again soon.
Yeah, have a good one.
All right, you too. Bye-bye.